Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Holistic Back Health series. In this video, I want to tell you about how you can relieve your back pain effortlessly. In the last video, I explained that the real causes of back pain are biopsychosocial, especially when they are reoccurring or chronic, meaning they have biological, psychological, and social factors all filling an imaginary barrel, and when the barrel is completely full, it overflows and pain is created. So we have all these different factors that can fill the barrel, and at the same time we also have all these different methods that can empty the barrel. Today I want to show you some methods and how you can implement them in an effortless way. And when you look at the translation of the word effort into German language, it's called Mühe. And when you look up Mühe in the German dictionary, it's explained with an effort that comes with difficulties and a burden. Meaning when we implement strategies and force us to have behavioral changes in our lives, then we probably have a lot of difficulties and a burden that it comes with. That's when we tell ourselves we have to do those exercises, or my doctor told me I should become more active. And all these words of like I have to and I should already show that it's not something that we are really inspired by ourselves, and therefore it probably comes with a lot of effort and with a lot of difficulties and a burden. So we now want to look at strategies where you would say, all right, I would actually be inspired to implement those things, and I would very much looking forward to do them. For that, I created the effortless method, where I have 10 different areas, some from the biological, some from the psychological, and some from the social areas. And in the end, we want to think of which of these strategies we can actually do in an effortless way. So the first area is, as everybody would think being the most important thing when you have back pain, is exercises. And it's probably true that exercises can help in a very good way. And of course, in this whole series, it's mostly about doing exercises, and especially doing individualized specific exercises, because we know they can help very well. But if they don't inspire you, you don't have to do them. We have 9 other areas for you to do. So exercises is one big part, of course, and it's about doing specific corrective exercises, mobility drills, doing stability training for your core, all these different types of exercises in order to relieve your back pain. But then we also have our favorite activities, meaning what are those activities that we love doing, that we probably haven't done in a while because we had that pain, or because the circumstances didn't allow us to do those exercises. So we want to think about which activities are the ones that most inspire us and that we would love to do again. The third area is the fuel, meaning your nutrition or your diet. If you go for a more anti-inflammatory diet, you can get rid of all the inflammation, maybe not all, but you can at least limit the inflammation inside your body, and that has positive effects on the rest of your body as well. Then number 4 is optimizing your environment. if you get rid of all the obstacles that are in the way of you doing more activity in your everyday life. So, for example, when you say, all right, I really wanted to go running again, but I don't have proper shoes. You know, I always hurt my feet when I go running, or I don't have a bike to go ride. These are excuses that people actually really have. Or you say you don't have a training partner and you just like having someone training with you. That is part of optimizing your environment so that it enhances the chances of you doing activities again. But also it's about increasing the quality of your rest, of your recovery. So, for example, when you're at home and you want to go to bed, then you have all the technologies around, you know, have the TV, have your computer with you in bed, and have your mobile phone. All of the radiation is probably not good for you. And then also your mattress and you know, some noises, they can all lower the chances of you having a good recovery in your sleep. So all of these things I sum up with optimizing your environment. Then a very important part is the reason. Most of the time, people who have sustained back pain, they actually, when you look at it, they have secondary gains from it. So they have some benefits of having the pain. So when you look at those benefits, you find that there's meaning behind your pain, and you may be surprised that you find, you know, some reasons actually why you subconsciously might be creating the pain. So maybe it gives you some attention from your loved ones, or you know, give you some time off at work. And when you find these things, these benefits, you can already relieve your pain. But you need to sit down and really be honest with yourself and really try to find them. And then also you need to have a good reason to actually become fit again, to actually go after the strategies to get rid of your back pain, right? To go after your exercises and stuff. And you need to find a good reason or many reasons to be pain-free again. That's the fifth part. And then we have treatments. Of course, you know, it doesn't always have to be an active approach, right? Like if you look at the treatments that are out there, there's like tons of great treatments, from chiropractors to massage therapists to physiotherapists. They can all help you to get rid of your pain, and you can actually even treat yourself, right? Doing some self-myofascial release on your body. So what are the treatments that you are really inspired by? Maybe you heard about them from a friend. Maybe you tried them out and it worked in the past, but you don't have access to it anymore. So think about what are the treatments that you are sure that they will help you and that you are inspired by. And then next part is load management. I hope you can read it. There you go. We often don't think about how we can manage our load actually. So most of the pain occurs because we don't have proper load. And that is totally specific to the person. Pain only comes, or an injury only comes, when your structures in your body can't bear the load that you put on it. And the load that you put on it can be something like just bending forward, twisting your spine, and then rounding your back. And that load in that specific phase at that time, with the stress and all the things that fill your bucket, might have been too much for your back. Or you know, when you're a construction worker and you lift something heavy every day and day in and day out, then you know at some point it's just too much load that you put on your body, right? You want to have the right amount of load to get the adaptations that we want in your body so that the structures become stronger, but you don't want to have too much load. So it's about finding the sweet spot in the middle. And then we have ergonomics. You can already see the next one. We have ergonomics. So when you look at your workplace, do you have an ergonomic chair? Is the computer screen on eye level? Do you have a standing desk, or at least you can switch between sitting and standing? All these things are very important, especially when you're working a lot in sitting or in like working physically a lot. You want to take care of the ergonomics as well. And then the next one is the stress management. So speaking of psychological stress, of course, stress is a cause of actually most of the diseases that we can have and the injuries. So you want to be able to manage your stress wisely. You want to find ways on how you can lower your stress and if possible, even change it from having distress, which is negative stress on your body, into eustress, which is an effort that you do that is actually inspiring and has meaning to you. Then it's eustress. And eustress can actually lower your barrel. So go for strategies that can lower your stress. And then last but not least, we have this social support, especially in our current times where we have the coronavirus and the lockdown that it comes with. People are lacking social support, and the social isolation and the effects of it are actually as bad as smoking. So if you're really isolated, they made a study, then you know the same areas in your brain are activated as when you have physical pain. So you want to look at things on how you can get more social support, but not a support where they are overly worried about your back or stuff, but just where you know you can have a good time with them, you know they are there for you, and you know they will show you love. So all of these 10 different areas can help alleviate your pain, but of course you don't have to do all of them. So now it's about trying to think about which of these make the most sense to you, and you think that they can actually help you really to get rid of your back pain. So you need to be convinced of it. Then second thing is, which ones are you really inspired by? So are you inspired by changing your diet or going for your favorite activity? Try to look at those. And then the third thing is, which ones are you actually able to implement in your everyday life? You know your everyday life the best, and you know if it's realistic to say you want to do your exercises every day in the morning, right? Try to be realistic and think of your life and look at the ones that are very reasonable, and the chances are high that you will actually implement them. In the next videos, I will go through each of these 10 different areas in each video and really go more specific in that area, so that you have an idea of what exactly you can do and if it's actually an area that you want to go for or not. So I hope you liked this video and you liked this approach and you want to learn more about this approach. And if so, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and you click the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next videos. And if you have any questions, just leave me a comment and I'm very happy to answer your questions. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.